Hello guys, this is Terrific Feral Druid Touch 5.0.2. This is going to be a short tutorial on skills, I guess you could call it rotation and skill setup. So I'm going to go over skills first and then glyphs. Obviously you have to be in Feral and not Guardian spec. Anyways, I've been going over Displacer Beast and Feline Swiftness for a little bit now, and Displacer Beast is okay because it's pretty much like a feral charge, only you get a re-stealth, and it only has a 30-second cooldown. But I found Feline Swiftness, in my opinion, to be a little bit better just because you're going to be able to outrun everybody, especially with travel form. You are at almost mount speed, you're 15% off, because as you can see here, when you mount up, you're at 220. So sorry, you're more than 15% off. You're 25% off, but still, it's a great improvement. You are running at almost mount speed away from somebody. Plus, which brings me to my next one, skipping scenario and word and all that, is Typhoon. And for that reason, I choose this. Is first off, it's great for getting people out of stealth. Uh, I know you have to be careful when you use it. If I'm dueling, I like to use it first, and then if I don't get somebody, then stealth and try to get away. And if I do get someone, I just open up with bash. But now that mass entanglement is way too long of a cooldown to be effective, unless you're in like a battleground or an arena, which then it could be kind of viable if you were a healer or something and you had to get away. Fairy Swarm is okay, 15% movement speed, which if we did have that, we could get Displacer Beast instead of Feline Swiftness, but I'd rather have Typhoon than 50% movement speed. Next one is our Incarnation. Uh, definitely want it because it's one of our main forms of burst, seeing that you can use Ravage now without being in stealth. You can also use Pounce. It's pretty much like a rogue's Shadow Dance in a nutshell. So yeah, it lasts for 30 seconds instead of 6 or whatever. Sorry about the coughing, guys. I had a cold for over a week now, just trying to fight it, you know. Choose Mighty Bash next, just because it's a stun other than Disorientate, which is like a mini blind. I know it only has a 30-second cooldown, but I mean, what is 20 seconds more for an actual stun? Ursula's Vortex is okay. It still is a little glitchy, even though they've kind of tried to fix it. It might come to the point where it'll be a little bit better as like a Boomkin or a Resto, but I still feel as Feral, a full stun would be better. And then that brings us back to healing. Renewal has a 2-minute cooldown for not enough healing, so that's automatically out and I use Cenarian Ward because it's even at the percentage it shows right now, 8,000 healing, 3 ticks over 6 seconds. That's 24,000, practically 24,000 healing, but most of the time it heals 12k to 15k normal, 30k ticks, so you're getting about 30 to 40,000 health out of it. And it's only got a 30-second cooldown, which is what I presume better to Nature's Swiftness because it has a 1-minute cooldown, but it does let you use more than just a heal. But it is also instant, so you can see some stuff being outweighed there. It just all depends. And that is it for talents, glyphs. I don't have my third minor glyph yet, but I'm just screwing around with stuff. I think glyph of Prowl is one of the best just because you can get away and you can catch up to people. I know that's messed with some people's openers because they can't keep up with someone that's walking normal. Savagery, just because you can use it in stealth without breaking it, demonstrated here, and that's an increased 30% damage, which is pretty overpowered at the moment. And then Glyph of Cat Form, just for the healing. And I know a lot of you will say, oh, I don't have bark skin, but you know, you have all the healing from Cenarian Ward and everything, plus you have the extra 20% healing from the Glyph of Cat Form, and you have 30% more damage at all times if used right with Glyph of Savagery. So you're going to be doing more damage output with more heals, but you're still going to be getting hit pretty hard. But the bark skin only lasts 12 seconds, so I mean. Next, basic rotation. I'll just test it on dummies here for you. Usually what I do is, if it's against someone's stealth, I try to get them out with a Typhoon. Obviously it puts you in combat if you hit them, so then I'll usually open with a Mighty Bash, get 5 points. I forgot my Savage Fury. Get 5 points, then you get a 5-point rip, and then you either get Savage Roar if you're running from someone, because obviously, I just got a free 35, almost 36k heal while I'm running away, plus I have 40 seconds of increased damage. And that is pretty much the rotation for damage. I prefer Mangle over Shred because it's 5 energy less, and as you can see here, Mangle does about 10k, 19k crit. Shred does 13k, and I can't get a crit off of it to save my life. But yeah, the damage is similar, saving that much energy. It's pretty nice. For burst, I would have to, for opener burst, I would use Savage Roar. I would open with a Ravage, Mighty Bash, Tiger's Fury, activate my macro, which is just my trinket, and pretty much Ravage spam with make sure your bleeds are up, and yeah, kill them. And let me think. That's survivability. Obviously, I use Cenarian Ward for. I'd use it at 60 to 80%, as much as you can, and then if you can follow up with a Rejuve, that's instant back full health. I'd watch for like if they're gonna burst to use my survival instincts. Bark skin is really not as much of a difference. Make sure you're using Typhoon effectively, and I have my Savage Fury glyphed into my dash, so I just yeah, something I don't forget. But use Nature's Grasp often. You can get away, get a few heals off. You don't have a large mana pool anymore, no matter what you do, because Blizzard fucked that up. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks all for watching. Have a good day.